Hey guys, welcome back to the SCHMOEDOWN RESPIN presented by Topical. I am Nate, here as always with Strange Wayne.
For this week's news, we're starting off very big. Christian Hall, the commissioner, has stated that managers only get to keep 3 players at the end of the season. This is game-changing news that I personally am not a fan of, because sports leagues, you don't do that. And for the last 6 months, you've told us this is a sport, this is a sports league, this is a real sport now. That doesn't reflect it, but it's his league. He will do what he wants with it. I'm personally going to keep watching, like most of you are, because at the end of the day, it is what it is. More Season 8 news. The tagline for that will be war. This has been ridiculed, and there's protests happening as we speak on this over the name being changed, because it's too dark for our kid viewers. Leading these protests, we've heard, is a man with a cowboy hat. No name has been given to this person yet, but we'll keep you updated on that news. And more news from this week about last week's SCHMOEDOWN Throwdown. We have a small argument between manager and player Kaiser Smets. Small argument during the match, but a waiter for Applebee's has told the SCHMOEDOWN RESPIN in a exclusive that they indeed saw John Kaiser and Kevin Smets at the Applebee's sharing a 2 for $20. But the bigger news in this story is that there was only one Long Island iced tea on the table, and that drink only had 2 straws. Not 1 straw like a normal person, but 2 straws, which means they're sharing it, which means this is huge news that they are on good terms. They are very happy. They will not be broken up. So we keep that relationship going for the rest of the year, hopefully in the next year. But they're on the same page now. They're on good terms, so that's good to see for the Dungeon fans out there. Happening on SCHMOEDOWN Backstage, heat between Chandru, the chosen one, which we have an exclusive interview later, keep watching, and Ben Goddard on SCHMOEDOWN Backstage. Ben did not like how our new Intergeekdom champion plays his game. Well, if Ben ever gets to the point where he can challenge for it, I can't wait, because their little argument during Backstage, I loved it. It made for great TV, so hopefully Ben can cut his teeth enough to get to a championship spot in the Intergeekdom League, because that match could be amazing. More SCHMOEDOWN Backstage stuff. Bateman thinks if they do not win the titles this year, that Who's the Boss will be most likely done. That's huge news, because both of these players are incredible. They're an incredible team, but they can't get to the title, so Bateman suggesting that will be done. That's huge. On the other hand, Bibiani says he never wants to split from Team Shazam. Will this affect next season and who gets kept and who gets traded? Well, we'll find out. And you stay with the SCHMOEDOWN RESPIN and subscribe. We'll keep you up on that news. Also in the news, Video Drew thinks Strange Wayne is creepy. So who the fuck? Intern, you writing this fucking shit? Like I said at the beginning of the news, the commissioner, he made a decision, and it stands. It's finalized. Managers keep 3 players at the end of the season. How do you feel about this ruling?
I think it's fine. I think that right now you have 3 to 4 factions that are like the premier factions because of the caliber of the players they have. So forcing factions to only keep 3 players, that's going to force a lot of those really like S tier, like top tier players into the draft and into free agency and things like that, which is going to inevitably spread the talent throughout the league, and I think that'll ultimately make everything more balanced.
Well, that's definitely better than spreading the coronavirus throughout the league, but we're spreading joy and great insight through the SCHMOEDOWN RESPIN, and we have an exclusive interview with the chosen one, also your new Intergeekdom champion, up next.
Chandru, thanks so much for coming on with us today. We're super excited to have you. Tell us, how does it feel to be the new Intergeekdom champ? Well, they certainly do say actions speak louder than words. Tell us, how are you feeling about defending your title against Chance Ellison? You don't truly believe that the game is really past Smets and Kalinowski, do you? You're a heel. I don't care what anybody says. But you know what? Fuck it. First up, we have Collins versus Gallejo. You know these guys are rookies. Adam Collins has a wedding ring on, but he's too scared to tell his wife that he plays professional movie trivia now, so he's cutting promos in his shed. Gallejo's cameraman's arms have to be getting tired during his promo. That one was long. The match was fine, nothing special, but the Coyote has to be feeling spectacular after a win over a ghost. Ooh. But I tell you, Kaiser can't buy a win. Collins with the 17-11 win in this one. More rookies play. It's two white guys with beards, glasses, and baseball caps. They play against each other.
Well, they have names, and it's James White and Frank Moran.
They play a very fun match down to the wire. Thankfully, James had his hat backwards because those two white guys look way too similar to tell each other apart.
Yeah, as white guys, I think it should be clear that, we can say that.
James does come from behind, like his hat, and pick up a win for the Den. Takes it 18-15. Next up, we have Marisol Mckee versus Bonnie Somerville. Mckee with a great debut, picking up a win over the Smoke Show. Bonnie played better than anyone thought she would, but I think Harloff said it best when he said, "I don't know what you're doing." I could definitely see Mckee in the title picture by season 8. Bonnie, probably not, but it would be fun to see her maybe help Ken manage or something. She definitely has quite the personality. Mckee takes the W 19-12. Wayne, what was your favorite match this week?
I haven't watched any of the matches this week. I watched the Kaiser and Gucci Patreon match.
Again? You told me you watched it 6 times already.
Yeah, I don't watch this for the movie trivia. I watch it for the managers. And those are the two best managers in the league right now. And now this is what they should have. They should have had those two people play and had Shannon Barney and Winston do the commentating, because that would have been match of the year.
That would have been an epic match.
Epic stuff. But tell us your thoughts on this week's news, interviews that we've done, and the matches from this week, and down in the comment section below. Scroll back up, hit the like button, share the video, and subscribe.